5:37 and back to your news. She just turned 3, and a tri-state girl's already been through more than most of us will ever face in a lifetime. Chad has a follow-up with one of this Kids with Cancer series, Hayden Wheatley.
I first met Hayden Wheatley about a year ago in June. That's what she looked like last year. She was a little more than a year and a half old. She'd had a brain tumor removed a few weeks before that and had just finished a radiation treatment. Fresh off her 3rd birthday now, and in support of September being Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, I caught up with Hayden and her mom Nicole earlier this week for an update.
We still do a ton of physical therapy.
Up, up.
We still do speech therapy.
Say hi, Chad.
There are a lot of therapy appointments for Hayden, but there's also something else. She just started dance, and there's a very good chance she'll start preschool in January. She's been in remission since December 13th.
We have had 3 scans since then. It has been all clear.
Good girl.
And physically, she is making leaps and bounds. She was walking before her cancer diagnosis and subsequent stroke, but now she is on the go again.
I feel like remission is kind of a double-edged sword. You're really excited because they're in remission, but I think a lot of misconceptions is that they're in remission now, things are good, everybody's happy, she's better, she's cured, but there's always that underlying fear that you're just kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Especially since just about every other kid the Wheatleys met while Hayden was in the hospital in Iowa City has now relapsed. Still, this family maintains a positive attitude. As it is now, it doesn't look like Hayden will have any major lasting issues, except she may not be all that tall. Although doctor's visits aren't that fun these days.
It's actually quite sad. We pull up into the hospital, she'll start going, "Mommy, I'm all better, I'm all better." So she knows that she was sick, but she doesn't remember specifics.
Which animal are you going to take back to Mommy?
In a way, cancer has ruined us. You know, it's made us scared about everything. You know, a sickness, a nosebleed, you know, all those things to us are major, major things that most families wouldn't even think twice about. But it's also made us better people. It's made us stronger people. It's made our family stronger.
Hold on, let's do a hug.
It's made a lot of my friendships stronger, and I've met amazing people through this process that I would have never met.
I want him, okay? I gotta go.
Now, Nicole does a fantastic job updating Hayden's Facebook page. If you'd like to follow along, you can search for Prayers for Hero Hayden. I have included a link on this story at KHQA.com. Something else that is really cool, Hayden is one of about a dozen pediatric patients chosen to be a kid captain with the Iowa Hawkeye football team. Learn more about that program now at KHQA.com. Well, last year I did a multi-part series on kids with cancer, and in doing those stories, I learned something shocking. Less than 4 cents for every dollar donated to the National Cancer Institute goes to fund pediatric cancer research. That may soon change. The U.S. Senate now has a bill that's in committee called the Childhood Cancer STAR Act. If passed, it would make sure there's an effort from the federal level to look harder into research for pediatric cancer. It also will look at the after effects of the drugs used on the kids once they get older. Iowa Senator Joni Ernst is a co-sponsor of this bill.
Last year's, so much of the treatment has been focused on chemotherapy, and today we've seen such great research and development so we can target specifically the types of cancers, and that is so much better for those children and those families.
As for what's next, the bill is in the Health, Education, and Labor Committee. Senator Ernst says she and many other senators would love nothing more than to see this bill get passed and sent to the president's desk. As for a timeline on that, unfortunately, there isn't one. A lot of stuff going on Capitol Hill, and I don't know the specifics of the things, but in the last 30 years, there's been 40-some drugs to help treat adult cancers. There's been 2 to fight pediatric cancers. And one of the researchers I talked to at Iowa City said, if we look at pediatric cancer, we can probably discover a lot to help treat adult cancers. It's good for everybody. They just need more money.